What is up, everybody? It's December 26th, day after Christmas. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. We are going to be kicking off episode 14 here in the Farmers Dynasty series. And today I've decided to title this one Going for Broke. Now, yesterday I did fart around on it a little bit in between downloading other games, but we have 36,284 social points, 8,586 euros. We do need to milk the cows and the chickens. You guys saw in the previous video that I did get the turning plow, and I'm not exactly all too happy with it either. It seems that it is a little bit on the oh, hey, we got a big lid in our tractor. Let's just make a plow that doesn't like getting pulled by it. And, you know, excuse the sinuses. It's been really cold here, so might have a little bit of a sinus infection incoming. Never stops the videos, though. So we'll get these cows milked, and I'll show you what else I got. So we're not going for the brown eye shot. Crap, we inadvertently get one. Oh, that one flipped its tail though. Haha, missed me. You're laying down. Lazy cow. So I've been kind of perusing the Steam forums, and I've been looking at things. A lot of people are saying some stuff that really doesn't make a lot of sense. As far as, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, I'm pretty sure what I've been doing has been working out perfectly, so I'm good. But thanks, though. So there's our big, I think it's the Lemming J17. I know it's written here. Yeah, it's the Leamington 117. But, more importantly, I want to show you guys this. Ta-da! We've got the Amazon Cedar. The D9 4000 Super. Now, this unit here is actually a very nice cedar. Seeing how you don't see a drawbar on there? No, it's got a solid 3-point hitch, which means you can raise and lower it, just like the plow, and you can extremely precisely do your fields. Like, I plowed, cultivated, seeded these fields here. I see, plowed, cultivated, wheat 98.11, because I missed a couple little tiny pieces, but 98.43, because I was plowed at 99. And then across the way, our third field that we had bought, just looking in here to see if anything's ready to be harvested yet, and it's not. Across the way, our other field. No, raise back up. Oh, look how it strains the tractor. Our other field we did plant in grass, so we've got a ton of wow, we got a bunch of missions today. Let's go down here and see what's up. What's our fuel at? Alright, we are gonna have to get some fuel. Luckily I can do that right here. Get it in here. Just far enough to fuel the tank. Can't drive through. Where's our waypoint at? Looking over that way. Alright, so CVT X2 mode, engage, and let's get on our way to start making some more money. Because next on our list, I think, is going to be it's going to be a toss-up between Well, actually, we have 3 things on our list. The newer... Oh, let's see if we can still do this. Yep, we can. Lots in stage 1, you can still drive through the fields. You don't get docked social points. So we're safe for now. But we've got our eyes on potentially the new cultivator. Even though this thing pulled the drag harrow like nobody's business. And the drag harrow actually did a pretty good job. So we've got that. A fertilizer spreader, definitely. And possibly a manure spreader. But we also have to get a trailer too, a larger grain trailer. We're not going to be getting the harvester. We're going to stick it out, tough it out with the old one that takes forever and a day. Somebody had posted in the forums that they bought the harvester, the head. It doesn't yield as much out through the harvester, and it doesn't leave as much straw behind either. So as much as it'd be, as nice as it would be to ditch the absolutely terrible sound, we're going to be stuck with it longer until they can fix that. Which I don't expect them to do anything right now until after New Year's. I don't think we're going to see anything. We just have water disappear there. I don't think we're going to see anything until after, until January. And hopefully it's to plow this field right here. We need some cash. Although this is a big freaking field, and it's got turns in it, which is not good. Alright, who do I need to talk to here? Who's in charge? Sasha? Yo, Sasha, get back here. Hey, hey, hey. Put your pellet chicken feed up. There's nothing in it. You're imaginarily feeding your chickens. Hi.
Hi there.
Good morning.
Oh, damn it. Building on farm needs repair. Are you shitting me? That thing legitimately looks like it needs repair. It looks like it did, but it doesn't. Okay, cool. 763 euros. I wish they'd fixed the building one and left the field one, and that was hell bank right there. That's how we got the Lidner. Okay, I did have to bust my ass, but still. Yeah, whatever.
Here's something for you.
Oh, I'll wait for that to disappear. Oh, there we go. There's our social points and some cash. Now we need to come up. Oh shit, there's actually 2 of them right here. Ooh, look at that texture. Back in the CVT X2, which literally only gives us like 3 miles an hour faster than CVT mode does at top speed, but hey, that's 3 miles an hour more than we were doing before. Now it'd be nice if I could bring different implements and stuff around and do different tasks, but we all know that right now repairing buildings and plowing fields are the only 2 jobs that we can do right now. Like I see that greenhouse over there. This is about my 8th or 9th time going past it. I really want to fix those greenhouses. It just looks so bad. And there's nothing else out there. It's literally just greenhouses. There is no farm, I believe, there. Where did we just cross? Yeah, there's no farm there. It's just random ass greenhouses. Maybe if I fix them. Adverse possession, I take them. I mean, that'd be ideal. Alright, 500 meters roughly. And there's the train behind us. Well, I have a feeling we're going to be doing building repairs today. Look, there is a field over there that looks like it needs nothing. So yeah. So you're going to be doing... Oh. Where'd these guys go? What the fuck? Oh, they're all there. Oh shit, I almost ran them over. Wow, really buzzed them in one spot? I don't think I've worked for Michael before.
Good morning. There's a field nearby. There's a field nearby.
Oh shit. That's what we were looking for. So apparently Michael's too coked out to do his field. And it is the field that I was looking at. Holy shit balls. Alright, now to devise a strategy, because oh, that's a big field. Oh my god, seriously, phone, fuck off. We need to devise a little bit of a game plan here. Seeing how this plow kind of digs too much. Right now it's alright, but my biggest complaint with the plow is a lot of times you have to have your wheel cranked and held all the way to steering lock just to do anything. Like right now, it doesn't really want to turn, bitch. Back that up. Drop it the plow and hope that it seems to be it's usually on a down pass that this happens. It's never really on an up. I'm gonna set our cruise, and there, right there, I'm having to hold the tractor. I was having to hold the tractor, the steering to the right, just to be able to keep a straight line. And I've kind of gotten used to it. It's almost like when we were using the old tractor, and it would kick up and do weird things. Well, this one has its weird things as well, but I'm not going to complain too badly because it does get our job done a lot faster using this plow. It's just you have to really come to a stop before you start going, because otherwise it'll ghost through the area while the plow's still dropping all the way. But as you can see, you really have to fight the steering on this thing when this big plow is in the ground. Which, I mean, I can understand some of the physics and the physics aspect, but I've never been in a tractor where I've had to have the wheel cranked one way or the other plowing a field. So they're going to have to do a little bit of tweaking on that, like either further reduce the rut impact, or they're going to have to change something with this plow to where it doesn't dig so violently into the ground, because we're going down way deeper than that little green forebottom does. And we're burying the plow pretty damn good. And turning it, the turning feature is bugged. And so when you use a plow like this, and there we are in the battle of the steering, but if you use a turning plow like this, it should, when you turn from left to right, that should be a up and over maneuver, not a under the map. There's no way in hell that you would be able to turn a plow by flipping it through the ground. Like, since we're here, we'll lift it and then watch. Nowhere in reality do you see a plow that does this. That's not how a turning plow works. It's supposed to do it the other way. It's supposed to flip from the top side, rotate right and rotate left. But it's just a game. I'll try. I didn't eat any eggs yet. I'm full of eggs. I made an omelet. I've also noticed too that just like any plow, you gotta keep your tire, if you're working the plow from the right, well, off to the left angle, but you're panning your camera to the right, keep your tire right on the edge of the area you're working, just like the green plow. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the extra width that this plow gave, I'd still be using the original green turning plows. Just you can't sell implements, so there's no point in selling it, and there's no point in it becoming a yard dart back at the farm. So in order to feel like we've accomplished things, we're going to split this field in half. Or what we think is half. That's pretty close to half. That way we can get this dumbass thing where it's going to go boom. Plow Michael. Yeah, we're plowing Michael. We're plowing him so damn good. Do, 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 do. Did I just hear the magical words Burger King? Did I just hear the magical words Burger King? Fucking A. Haven't had that in a while. Right on, Burger King. Yeah, take that and go annoy them with it. Damn it. So I think I did do, that's a little more than, actually I don't know. Gone twice on that one, so this will be third. It seems like we're getting that weird texture glitch again in the field where it's not right at all in some areas, but it should be. I'm not gonna complain, but it's still another bug that needs work, and I'm sure they'll address it on their next update. Now this field is not being as much of a bitch as the other ones have been. I am having to fight the left to right, but it's nowhere near as bad as some of the other fields I've done. Some of the other ones, it was almost unbearable to do it. So we're actually probably going to get our almost 3,000 euro out of this field. Or Michael's going to get his money's worth. This is a lot of field to plow. And at this point in time, the backup and run strategy is not going to work. And honestly, neither would be running in CVT2 mode right now. That would be like a spaceship with nobody behind the wheel. Or a space shuttle. It seems to be only when you're kind of on some off-cambered terrain, or it just wants to be weird. But I'm going to look and see how much the manure spreader is. The cultivator, I think that one we can squash that one for now. Seeing how our drag harrow still works perfectly. No sense spending, I think it was like $32,000 on a cultivator. When I really could use the manure spreader and the tipper and the regular fertilizer spreader more so than cultivator. So I know it's fairly pricey for the manure spreader, fairly pricey for the fertilizer spreader. The tipper, not so sure. I don't think it's too awful bad, but I do know, and just like anything, we have to bust our asses for money. But we do have wheat, barley, and grass sown in our fields. Have not fertilized the wheat or the barley yet, mainly because I don't have a tow behind that's better than the little box one we have, plus we're out of fertilizer. So I'll have to take a trip at some point to the agricultural supply store, buy some more fertilizer, and we're going to have to see how much our new one takes, because I know you can only store X amount of it at the farm, and to do so I think you have to actually back that into the area where the seeder's parked. And that would require us moving the seeder, which isn't a big deal. I'm gonna find an unsuspecting, that is a J17 plow. We're gonna find an unsuspecting area to park all our old equipment. Now, luckily, I haven't encountered the header glitch for the combine. Of course, I haven't tried hooking to the corn header either, so there still could be a bug there, but I haven't planted corn, and I don't have any intention of planting corn anytime soon. I don't think you can do, no, you can't do sunflowers in this game. So literally the corn header has no use on my farm. It's just, I got it for free for getting the harvester. So we're gonna get about halfway done here once we wrap up this section of the field, do the other half, head over to Michael, get my reward, and then talk to, I think it was Alexis or Janet, somebody, it was somebody over there. Hopefully we can get back-to-back plowing missions. Or a quick, hey, a building on my farm needs repair and it's already done. Then a plowing mission. It's already 11. So we burned 5 hours since we woke up. But this section is starting to look a lot better. Now, hopefully in the future they give us an even bigger tractor that'll allow us to do bigger fields like this faster, and then that'll force us to keep the smaller tractors and then the even smaller tractors, and then basically you're choosing which tractor is going to be right for the job, whether it's get back on that old gas burning turd, get in the Lidner Geotrack, or get in a even bigger one. Knock it off. Is it bad that I instantly regret that goddamn thing? Well, I kind of did too. I just was waiting for the inevitable. There's one thing I see I need to bring up a little bit. I'm noticing this real quick. And I'm going to pull up the game volume some. That should be golden now. There we go, that's much better. Can we use cruise control? So I think while I was looking at the Steam sales, they do have the Steam Link on sale for $4.99 again. I'm actually going to buy it this time. That way I can take a wired Xbox controller and basically just hook it up to my gigantic TV in my bedroom, and when I'm bored and I don't feel like sitting in the race rig here, I can be playing on a giant screen. Seeing how it literally works on any TV. Alright, so we should be roughly at the halfway mark once we complete this little dinky strip here. I know I picked up some Wolfenstein games yesterday. I've been playing the Old Blood, and I've got the New World Order. I've got to still download the new Colossus. There's actually quite a few game titles that I really liked that are on sale right now, so it's definitely the season to be buying some games during the winter sale. Alright, now I know once we get to a certain point in here, we're going to do the backup method and drag. So once we get to right about there. I know we don't have to, but I don't. If I'm going to do a half of a field, I want it to at least look okay. And honestly, it's a little bit more than a half here. There, so we get that plowed in, make it look right. I've noticed that people are also asking questions about the strobe light in the Steam forums. To my knowledge, that strobe light only works when you are filling your grain trailer. It's basically just a warning saying, hey, you're about to overfill your grain trailer. Be nice if they gave us an option to toggle the thing on and off while we were driving it. But once again, early access game, you know that there's a lot of things that are going to get improved on. It's just, it's going to be a little iffy if this is the only other tractor that they intended on adding into the game was the Lindner GeoTrack 134. I mean, granted, given the field sizes and the work orders and the way that the roads are, it's not like you could easily stick like a quad-wheeled articulating tractor around or a huge plow. That wouldn't be realistic for the way that this game is set up and the way that the actual mechanics of the game work, being that you have to work your ass off for everything. I would like to see them fix things with the plow, because right there we're missing so much. It actually does pay off to not even use cruise control in this field. As we run through here again, we've got probably about a dozen passes. Go collect our 2,600 euro. And hopefully we have time to do a few more before the day runs up, and then we have to advance into the next day. Now, I believe in episode 13, which originally I had screwed up and had to episode 12, so I corrected that. But my plan is, since my fields back at the farm are wheat, barley, and grass, I want to see which field takes the longest, because I want to do the grass field. See if that freaking mower works, because that's another implement we might have to buy, is that bush hog looking thing, or the finish mower. But that finish mower is 25,000 euro. So we might just use the stock hand-me-down one. Why do you have my keys?
Because they make it out to the truck before I do, so they can unlock it. Alright, they're about. Oh, do you know what you want?
From Burger King?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question.
There's this new Farmhouse King. It's bacon cheeseburger with egg on it.
A bacon cheeseburger with egg?
Yeah, with like a fried egg.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna get it and try it.
Yeah, sign me up for one of those.
Okay.
And I guess a Whopper.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, well,
Yep. Too bad we don't have a Best Buy like right the fuck here. Still need to go out to, see, this is a pain in the ass about living out in the country. My, 933 headset that I was, on for about almost a week. Yeah, terrible mic. It's getting returned to Best Buy. The problem being is the closest Best Buy is about 45 minutes away. So yeah, not going day after Christmas where everybody's returning all their shit. Walmart would be bad enough, which is why I'm staying here and doing this with you guys. Letting them go fight all the fuckers at Walmart trying to return their, oh, this bra don't fit because my husband don't know what size my titties are. Or I found this under the tree. This is for his other girlfriend and I don't like her, so I'm going to take it, return it, and I'm going to buy something for me. The sad part is those two things that I just said have probably happened already. But nonetheless, to get my $150 back, that's tax included, you gotta drive 45 minutes, burn about $10 worth of gas going back and forth. So it's pretty much a lose-lose. Well, it's a win getting the money back, but decisions. Come on, don't screw up. You've been doing good so far. Where's our fuel at? Just out of curiosity. 90%? Shit, we're good. We are good to go, at least for the rest of the entire day. Not more than that. Set my phone over somewhere where it's out of the way. Shit, I forgot to tell her she can park down the yard further. Now, I'm going to be taking advantage of being able to drive through all these fields while they're still in stage 1 as long as I can. Once they kick over to stage 2, that's when you start getting hit with the crop destruction and losing social points. So as long as these fields stay down within the first stage of growth, it's safe to drive through. I mean, is it realistic? Are you going to cut through other people's fields? No, but right now to get our money the fastest, yes, we're cutting fields. Now, I'm going to say that there's still going to be a good-sized chunk when it says I've completed this. Now if we still were in that buffer zone where it'd be more beneficial to back up, even though it kind of would be just to straighten this one row. I kind of really don't give a shit about that row. Drop the blade again, run in. It's actually starting to narrow up pretty quick now. And it seems, I think going back to the plow, it seems like when you rotate it to the right, you run into more steering issues than you do when just leaving it to the left like I have it right now. So let's make these final couple turns here. Because I know once they get back from Walmart, I'll have a lot of time sitting around with my thumb in my ass, seeing how for some reason, even though I've got it set for Steam to download in the background, download games in the background, it doesn't do it. So I literally have to sit there and do nothing Steam related while the new Colossus is going to have to download. That's the only game I'm going to mention because there are others, and obviously I said the Steam link, but the Steam link has to get shipped to you. The Steam link's going to be awesome. Steam Link will allow me to play games like this on my gigantic 55-inch TV and basically not have to worry about a whole lot, because I do have Cat 6 Ethernet cables ran in there for the Xbox and the PlayStation 4, which both are paperweights, they don't get used. If I didn't have all digital titles like an idiot, I could have sold them off. So we've got a huge chunk actually of this field that's... Alright, let's go back over to what's his face's place. If it didn't mean selling off my gamer tag and all that and potentially having somebody saying, oh well, it doesn't fucking work, and it does, and they end up ripping me off, I don't mind selling my gamer tag because honestly I don't care.
Thank you. There's something for you.
Oh, thank you. So we just got 2,636 euros, a big boost in social points, and now we need to talk to get the fuck out of my way, Michael. I'm trying to talk to her. There.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi there.
There's a field nearby.
Oh, no, oh, this is even more money. This is just
Sounds
under
good.
3,000
I'll take
euro.
care of this.
To the Batmobile. So we are tasked with plowing another field, and holy fuck, please tell me it's not. Alright, I was about to say. It is this one that skirts the guardrail, but this one we might be able to get away with doing like a U-shape around it. So just for fun, let's throw cruise on and see what we can do. If we can't do a U-shape, we can at least do a curve. Yeah, well, I think we'll end up doing a curve on this field. which might actually work faster. Oh boy, that's a pretty large field. Did I just sign myself up for something I might regret? Maybe I'll start hitting it diagonally. So like from here, let's go in a straight line. Or as straight of a line as I can hold with this thing, because it is pulling me from side to side. We'll just make diagonal passes. What about getting that after? We'll back down here, because it does flare back out on this end. Come up here, get this edge done. I think actually we'll box around the field. That way we do have our one little area of buffer zone here. See if it's starting to break up that nasal congestion. That's a good thing. So far it is almost the new year. I've gone pretty good without getting sick. Hopefully this isn't the start of it, but didn't get a flu shot this year. Haven't got the flu yet, and I'm gonna knock on wood like crazy for that. But looking at the way that things are going, there's not a it's not like we have an outbreak of the flu this year. Normally the South is smothered and covered in freaking cases of the flu, which is why I always get the shot. But so far, so good. If it stays that way, it's not going to hurt my feelings one bit, because that's $40 for a flu shot. I think it's 30 or 40. And that's going to like Walmart or Rite Aid or going to a pharmacy. That's not going to, or like going to Walmart. If I go to my doctor, I am boned. Because you got to pay #1 for the doctor visit. And then on top of that, they charge you $45 for a flu shot. So yeah, you get a BBC right up the cornhole on that one. Wow, this field is not ceasing to amaze me in how weirdly shaped it is. If I owned it, I'd be squaring this thing off. So we'll pull in this area here. Spin it around if it would like to go backwards. It's hard to believe we've already gone through Christmas. Now we're going to be coming up on New Year's. And starting another year already. 2017 has absolutely flown by. And right now you can see I've got my steering wheel locked to the right just to go semi-straight. And you can see that even with it locked to the right, it's not going to the right, it's pulling straight. So we're going to have to back up. This is the only thing that annoys me about this plow. It keeps you from being able to do your precision stuff like you could with the other one, the older, the 4-bottom turner. Well, it's not even a turning blade, it's straight up just a plow. Now you know what, we're gonna go up this way. Yeah, a little confused on what I wanted to do. We're gonna make the turns go that way, which means we can head on over here and get this area boxed in. This is about the only time where CVT2 really comes in handy, is when you're doing work like this and you really want to go backwards really fast. Now the one thing, the mechanic that I don't understand working is, well, we all know, for those of us who have farmed into the next season, we skip winter. Okay, so if we have no control over that, does that mean that no matter how much straw and food is in our barn, our cows are just going to miraculously stay fed? Seeing how we go to sleep at the end of September and it literally fast forwards us into April. It fast forwards to 6 months. That's a long time for cows to go without food, when the actual time is 9 in-game days. If you don't have food for your cows, they will die within 9 days. We're gonna try and get perfection like that. So now we can blast up to this side of the field, and I think I'll start up in this corner here, trying just to break this field into sections. We'll start right about here, and we're gonna make a straight pull towards that icon. Well, sort of. Now that we're on more so straight pulls, we're also going to turn on that cruise control. Now this is probably the largest field I've done yet. This one's pretty damn big. Come on, turn around. We got work to do. It's good though that both of those guys were right next to each other, so it's not like I had to do any crazy driving across the map to get to another mission. And it lucked out and we got 2 plowing missions back to back, so we should get, well, the first one was 23, this one's 29. We'll get over 5,000 euros just for doing two fields, which I'm not going to complain. I mean, the field plowing game is getting a little old, but it still beats being on the harvester that makes like a TV static sound any day. But at the same time, That TV static sound brings us a shitload of money. And now this time we'll actually be able to run the, hopefully the hay cutter that they give us in game. And then, obviously we're going to have to buy a bigger bale trailer. And, get back over, you're missing stuff. So yeah, list of priorities are bigger bale trailer. We're not going to do the bale trailer until we know for sure that that old mower works. Because if that old mower doesn't, we're screwed and we have to use the old, well, if we don't, we're going to have to use the new mower, which will be $25,000 out of pocket. So, banking on that old, and it almost looks like back from my Waniwak FS17 series, which that is not dead, that is still very much alive. It's just I really haven't fooled around with farming sims since this game came out. But yeah, on the Waniwak map we had a Vicon hay bob, which looks just like the hay cutter that we have, which is odd because you don't use it as a mower. You have to actually run over stuff with a mower first, and then we use the hay bob to ted it out. But there are no windrowers in this game, so I'm gonna go off of the fact that we get to skip doing the tedding and windrowing, and it just goes straight into either grass bales or straw bales for the field. Now whether or not they're gonna, well, the grass does die off, so it should turn to straw regardless. So we should have a shit ton of, my goal is to stock the cow barn to 100%. I want to get my cow barn filled up for a long time. That way, the next few, it all depends on how many harvests we get too. Because if we don't get shit for harvests, I mean, it is early on. We've got plenty of time before we're gonna have to worry about losing our. Damn it! Cruise control is not wanting to stay hooked on. With it just being April, we've got time to do a few harvests. Should be able to do at least 3 to 4 harvests before we skip another year. Easily. I didn't check how much the fertilizer spreader was, which probably would have been a smart idea. I know it's going to be expensive because it's a big tow behind, and it's going to be an expensive son of a bitch to fill up. Yeah, I'm only a little hungry. I'll be alright. I'm not trying to eat my arm off yet. So yeah, this field has turned into be a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. But the payoff is right. 3,000 euro pretty much. Just under 3,000. Can only imagine the social points. We should get probably about 6 or 7 out of this. Because it seems like the social points, you always get double what you do in cash. I did say we were getting a little hungry. Alright, so this might be a field that we'll have to sleep on and come back and finish. the next day. But I'm gonna wait till it says that I am like extremely stupid tired. But at the same time too, you have to wait sometimes till the next day because the NPCs also go to sleep as well. So if, say I finish, for example, we finished this field at about 2100, 2122, there's not going to be any NPCs out to give me my reward. I'm going to have to wait till the next day. So it kind of does make sense to just sit there and get as much of the field plowed as you can, sleep it off. We do the teleport from here to the combine, and then from the combine run into the farm, sleep, and then just pull up the map again and then jump into this tractor, which that right now is the only way that you can teleport around. So I guess the smart thing for me to do would be to take that old Jack Bear and say put it up at an equipment dealer or something, or somewhere that I know I'm going to want to go eventually. That way if I need to, I can just teleport straight to it. Right, now's where we're kind of running into the problem of the plow not wanting to hold a straight line. And it seems like when you're going uphill and it's a little off camber, or downhill and it's a little off camber, is when you see the problems. So we got all that plowed in. Spin it around again. I'm pretty sure we're not too far away from saying you are getting tired, or you are slightly tired, or you could use some rest. We'll just ignore that one and we'll wait till it says you are seriously tired and you're about to pass out and die. So we're trying to get rid of that end down here so we're not making these ridiculously long sprints down with the tractor. Granted, we could do it fairly fast. We're not going to be done for quite a while at this end of the field. But we had a little surge there as the plow went in. It's now 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Sunset's pretty early here, wherever we are. Well, obviously daylight savings time. If this was America, we're still in falling back. We're not in daylight savings time during April. Or fuck. Oh yeah, we are. Yesterday I literally made it on. I survived the day being woken up early on K-cups alone. I think I had at least, seeing how the pain in the ass is they're only 8, and my it's got like a Rocky Mountain tumbler. It's one of the metal insulated travel mugs that holds 16 ounces, so that's 2 K-cups at a time. I burned through 6 K-cups just to keep caffeinated enough so I could stay awake. And it still was hell around, God, I'd say about 10:30. 10:30, 11 o'clock, I was ready to drop. But did get some good sleep. I figured I'd give this series a break for a day because it was Christmas. Plus I had to do all that downloading of the games, and I'm still going to have to do more downloading later. But there was an interesting topic too brought up on the forums. What to do when it rains. Well, you could if you didn't really care and you're using cheat engine for money anyways, you could use the harvester, although you're gonna leave a lot of grain on the ground, seeing how your machine would get all clogged up and it's not gonna efficiently thrash grain or whatever. You could do that, but what I choose to do when it rains now is, if I don't have anything in my fields, I'll cultivate, or I'll plow, cultivate, seed. Eventually we'll get into the manure spreading, because I'm pretty sure my cows have left me a substantial pile of shit. And that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta buy one more cow to max it out. I've got, I think, 8 out of 9 cows. Now I'm expecting here within probably about the next 5 real-time minutes to get the message saying that I could use some rest. But like I said, I'm gonna go gung-ho on this field and try and get as much done as possible. I think what we're gonna work on now is getting rid of this section here, because I don't like the long travel in between. And this one should go fairly quickly. We can turn our lights on now. It's dark enough. I like doing it without lights, but it looks cooler with lights on. So what we'll do is, instead of going up that other strip, we're going to come over here. And we're going to take care of this big freaking section right here, get it all plowed up. Now this section should start shrinking a lot more rapidly now that we've made quite a few passes the opposite direction, and some passes on the other side of this part. I think it might take another full night of getting good sleep for me to not be extremely tired, and I'm not going to worry about that little strip up there. Screw that strip. That's not going to make a shit worth of difference when we finish this field. I'm seriously surprised that hasn't even warned me once about being tired. I was expecting like 2 or 3 times already now. You really, really need sleep. No, I just really need to finish this field. There's the first time finally. It says you could use some rest. Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna try and get the majority of this part done first. Then we can go sleep. If I can knock out this chunk here, that'll leave just that little piece over there. Get that knocked out. Then we'll go collect our 3,000 euro. And figure out what our first move is going to be equipment wise. I'm honestly thinking it should be the fertilizer spreader or the manure spreader, and then work our way out to the bigger tipper trailer, because we are going to need that pretty damn soon. Well, actually, it'll just help because we'll be able to do the entire field. the 2 fields at the farm, we can do each one once without having to stop, I think. We should be pretty damn close to it. I did learn my lesson though last time around at the end of the season. Do not plant peas, whatever you do. And yeah, they give you a lot of money, but unless you've got a field of this size, it does not benefit to do peas whatsoever. It's an extremely low yield crop. Granted, you get almost €1,000 per ton. It's not worth all the effort to me. Having to plow, cultivate, seed, fertilize, then harvest, and then come up that damn short dick on just the amount. Yeah, that didn't work for me. Drop that down again. And of course, our morning ritual, we're going to have to milk the cows and grab the eggs. But we're nearing our goal here for the night of finishing this section. I'll get the tractor positioned where I want it. So once we teleport back to the harvester and sleep for the night, we can just pick up where we left off in the morning. Yeah, we literally only have a couple passes left here. So now instead of the turnaround bullshit, we're just going to use reverse. Because this is actually applying it a better way. Regular CVT mode keeps me at 12. Oh, you motherfucker. I haven't saved him forever. Seriously? God fucking damn it. We just had a crash. Well, unfortunately, that just kills all my motivation to play the game. If it's still going to crash like that. At least we made it an hour in. That's going to do it for episode 14 because I really don't fucking feel like doing all that work again. Make sure you guys tune in next time for episode 15 where we're going to have to redo this entire damn field because I don't think I saved it one freaking time the entire time. So, who knows? I might still be off in the other field. But now I'm pissed. So, I'm just going to end it.